Believe this, 3 trucks were intercepted in the route to supply equipment to terrorists in Burkina Faso.
On May 23, 2025, Burkina Faso's Minister of Security, Mahamadou Sana, announced the seizure of 3 trucks carrying 900 Aloba motorcycles and 164 tricycles. Investigations suggest these vehicles were intended for high-risk areas and for financing terrorism in the sub-region. The minister stated that all individuals or entities involved in this terrorism financing scheme would face the full force of the law, emphasizing a shift from previous awareness campaigns to strict enforcement. It's worth noting that Burkina Faso has previously implemented measures against Aloba motorcycles. In June 2022, the government suspended the sale and circulation of Aloba brand motorcycles and similar types, citing their frequent use by armed terrorist groups for mobility. These measures have been renewed periodically, and the recent seizure highlights the ongoing challenge of preventing terrorist groups from acquiring resources.
Major breaking news, Ivory Coast caught again trying to attack Burkina Faso. Can you believe this? 3 trucks were intercepted in the route to supply equipment to terrorists in Burkina Faso. So these trucks were coming all the way from Ivory Coast, and inside there were 900 motorbikes and 164 tricycles. So they were carrying these things all the way in the roads. These areas is where the terrorists are in Burkina Faso. So they were going to give them the equipment so that they can start attacking Burkina Faso. So according to the government, these trucks were coming from Ivory Coast and they were taking these things in Burkina Faso. Since the government seized those trucks, nobody have come to claim that, oh, this is mine, so leave it, I'm just bringing here for business or anything like that. Nobody have come forward to claim the property or to say those things belong to them. Just when we thought that Ivorian president has changed, but since he chased out all the French military base out of the country, so maybe it's a plan. I don't know what he's planning, but they are bringing more tools to supply to the terrorists in Burkina Faso so that they can continue attacking Burkina Faso. Major breaking news, Chad want to join Sahel state, but you won't believe what Emmanuel Macron is saying about all this. As we all know, Chad president is following the footsteps of Ibrahim Traore. He has chased out all the French out of their country. He has closed all the military base, all the French military base out of the country. They don't want to be controlled or to be told by any Western leader what to do. So Chad president had a meeting with Ibrahim Traore, with all the Sahel state leaders, because he wanted to find out, like, if he joined, what are the benefits, what are they supposed to work, what are they supposed to do together to make sure that they are safe. Well, they finished up the meeting and then he went home and he was talking to a reporter. He was asked, like, are you planning to join the Sahel state? He said that would be an amazing opportunity because these leaders, these Sahel state leaders, they know exactly what to do in their country and what they are doing. But Emmanuel Macron said that these leaders, these Sahel state leaders, they are just dreaming and they will wake up. By the time they wake up, it will be too late, because every country in Africa, they need the Western help. Every country, they need France to survive. So Emmanuel Macron is not happy about all this news. He's not happy about what is happening in the West Africa.
Ibrahim Traore has requested that France return all the gold that they stole from Burkina Faso. That's right. This country is leading the way in asking for you to return what you have stolen from Burkina Faso. And other countries should do so. All the countries that were colonized by Europeans, they should insist on being given back what was stolen from them. Because the reason the West is rich is because they have stolen. That's right. They stole labor from Africans. They stole gold and minerals from other countries around the world. They stole their land. They stole everything. This is how basically the West achieved its money. And yet when you look at other countries, they have got rich fair and square. And yet we're supposed to look at the West and think, oh my God, look at this. Literally, you can look at every avenue from the the West and literally trace their wealth back to the places where it was stolen.
Breaking news, this is just fresh news coming in from the president of Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traore. Ibrahim Traore has just gone ahead and said no concert that is going to be held in Burkina Faso or in these three Sahel states, Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso. Remember, the rumor has been going around that Burna Boy, one of the biggest musicians in Africa and in the world, is going to hold one of the big concerts in Burkina Faso. And this is the reason as to why Ibrahim Traore has denounced the concert. Let me break it down. Ibrahim Traore has gone ahead and said they don't want any form of distraction, emotion, or losing thinking, because it's a moment of consolidation of thinking that they are dealing with at the moment. We are actually trying to restructure Africa, how to help people commit themselves intellectually, economically, and morally to development. So they have gone ahead and said no gathering that might expose the military or forces, because it's time for Africa to restructure. And he has finished by saying, Burna Boy, thank you for the concert, we love you, but it's not the right time to hold the concert in Burkina Faso.
Breaking news, and this one is a big one and a sad one at the same time. The greatest loss of Africa in the recent history is about to happen. And I want you to pay close attention to what I'm about to share with you all. This is something that is heavy in my heart. I actually struggle with it to share this news here today, but I will have to share it because as the voice of Africa, I have a burden that Africa, no sons and daughters of Africa supposed to go hungry, supposed to go begging, supposed to beg for visa to travel outside of Africa. A country in Africa is capable of making the entire Africa rich in all level. But this particular country is about to trade off the largest wealth deposit in Africa in exchange for security and stability. This country has been plundered, especially from 2019 till date, with all kinds of war, attack, destruction. Not a war between this country and America or Russia or European or another Western world, but it is a war between Africa and Africa. And that is why I emphasize that until Africa begin to have a unified vision, we won't be able to build and develop and become prosperous as a people. In my last video, I made mention that every single sons and daughters of Africa need to have an understanding that you co-own Africa, regardless of your country, of your district, of your region, of your language, of your tribe. You co-own. You are a co-owner. Just the same way my eyes cannot fight my ears, my mouth cannot fight my nose cannot fight my mouth, my neck cannot fight my hand cannot fight my feet. The same way, because they belong to the same body, we must come to a conclusion, to an understanding that regardless of where you came from, you are part of the body called Africa. If my nose is sick and I have to take my nose to hospital, my eyes cannot say I want to sit back at home. If the nose is admitted, the eyes will be admitted, the ears will be admitted, every part of my body will have to be in support and in collaboration with my nose. And likewise, if my eye is being affected and it goes to hospital, the entire body will have to go to the hospital because they are working together. There is no separation. One of the reasons why America is great is because of the unification of every single thing that they do. The organization is to the max. The same thing with China and the rest of the world. Africa, if we must wake up and we must rise to become prosperous, then we must learn to work together as Africans with no division, under one vision. The vision to promote Africa, to develop Africa. So I want to talk a little bit about, I think I'm going to do about 2 to 3 parts on this, because we are about to lose the largest critical mineral deposit in Africa. If you love Africa, I want you to share this. I want this to get to at least tens of thousands of Africa, if not millions of Africa, because we need to be aware of what is going on in our continent. A lot of people are not aware of how rich Africa is. And do you know that the region that I'm about to mention to you, though it's one of the richest in the world and in number one in Africa, but the people are poor. To the point that the president gets frustrated that is inviting America to come and take over the entire wealth of Africa. Because Rwanda and Congo could not come into agreement on how to manage the resources of Africa. President Felix and Paul Kagame of Rwanda have been in this battle with their M23 and all kinds of rebels in the area. They cannot come into compromise for them to be able to figure out how to manage the resources of Africa. Listen to this. Africa is endowed with abundant mineral resources. We ought to know that by now. It should be taught in our schools. But the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, stand out as the most mineral-rich country on the continent. The continent of Africa with 54 countries, Dr. Congo, DRC, stand out as the most mineral-rich country on the continent. Look at what's happening. The Democratic Republic of Congo is the richest country in Africa in terms of mineral deposits. It possesses vast reserves of critical minerals that are essential for what? Listen, for what these minerals are going to be used for. For global industry, including electronics. Electronics. The making of electronics. Do you know how much electronics we use in Africa? And then Congo has what it takes to make those electronics that you are using. Renewable energy. In Africa, we lack electricity and power. But Dr. Congo has what it takes to generate what we need in Africa, including renewable energy and electric vehicles. Electric vehicles. You see, the world is migrating from gasoline and all kinds of stuff into electric vehicle. And they're looking for rare earth minerals and all kinds of deposit, critical deposit. But it's found in Africa. But we are not ready to develop for ourselves. The key mineral wealth are cobalts. The DRC is the world's largest producer, accounting for over 70% of global supply of what? Of cobalt. 70% in the entire world. And when we go further, coltan, tantalum, one of the largest reserves globally. Copper, among the top 5 producers in the world. Diamond, significant exporter of both industrial and gem quality diamond. Gold, especially abundant in eastern region. Tin, lithium, zinc, increasingly valuable in tech and green energy. Listen, despite its enormous potential, the DRC faces major challenges, including political instability. Political instability. And that is why what we need most in Africa is mind transformation. It is the development of the mind. Ladies and gentlemen, I have traveled around America and to most parts of the world, helping in training the transformation of the mind, the thinking pattern that could bring about change in any developing or developed country, any region on the planet Earth. No nation transformed until there is a restructuring of the mind, until there is a restructuring of our thinking. When there is instability and the country is destabilized, you cannot think about development. You can't think about development. And who are the people causing this distractions? They are Africans. I'm going to give you the part 2, the part 3, the part 4 of this. The question I want to ask you, should we fight each other or should we unite and make Africa the greatest continent on the planet Earth? Should we build together or should we separate ourselves? Leave it in the comment section. Share this with your brothers and sisters. It is time to rise Africa. Like and share. Subscribe.